SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information.
Welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Upzone versus the World show we've been doing every week with Doug Upsall, where we've been discussing his recommended value plays and recommended games to avoid each week in the NFL. Right now, we're going to be looking ahead to NFL Week 17. At the end of the year, Doug Upsall really came on like a bat out of hell, have an amazing record. How'd you do last week, Doug Upsall?
Well, we continued it, Peter. We went 3-0 again, taking us the last 7 weeks to 16-3-2 against the betting odds here at SBR Forum. And for the season, that makes us 27-14-3. So I'm looking to wrap it up 2013 with even more winning value plays.
Jesus H. Christ, is that true? You went 3-0 last week again?
Yes, I did.
16-3-1 over the last 20 plays?
Two, actually, so 16-3-2, correct.
Wow, that is freaking impressive. Doug Upstone.
I'm happy with it. It made for more nice Christmas presents around here.
Look, you've rendered yourself speechless. Unbelievable. All right, well, congratulations. Let's see what you can tell us for Week 17. What's your first value play for Week 17 NFL?
My first value play is Pittsburgh minus the points over Cleveland. Now, Cleveland's in the midst of another dismal season, and they've dropped 6 in a row, and for all intents and purposes, I think they've given up. Their offense is pathetic, and their defense is wore out. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, still has some slim playoff hopes available after their win against Green Bay, and having managed to win 5 of their last 7, and they're a +7 in turnover margin in that stretch. Now, knowing the Steelers are 18-2 and 13-7 when the Browns are in town, I have Pittsburgh winning this game easily by 13 or more points.
All right, well, I previewed that game with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. That was his opinion. It made sense to me. I kind of agreed with it. I actually gave the opinion that I think I feel a little safer with the Pittsburgh team total over 25.5. But yeah, we agreed that might be a real solid play with value. Pittsburgh -7. All right, value play number 2. What do you have for us?
Number 2 is Philadelphia minus the points over Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since losing to Dallas 17-3 at home back on October 20th, Philadelphia's turned their season around with a 6-2 record. Quarterback Nick Foles was thoroughly ineffective the first time around, but he has grown significantly, and the Eagles are oozing confidence at this point. Now, if you look at the Cowboys' record since they beat the Eagles, they're only 4-4, okay, which is typical for them because since Week 14 of 2008, America's team is 41-41 straight up. Now, before the news of Tony Romo broke, sportsbooks, in my opinion, told us what we need to know about these two teams. When they met back in October, Philadelphia was a 3-point home favorite. Now, at Dallas, before this news, they were a 3-point road favorite. Now, of course, they've grown since. For me, with or without Romo, the Eagles are the play.
All right, well, I was sure that was going to be one of your games to avoid this week. Me personally, I liked Philly -2.5 with Romo. Now that he's out, the line went to 7.5, then it went back down to 6.5. For me, it is a complete pass. Previewed the game with Troy West. He said he liked Dallas +6.5. You know, maybe you're right. I don't know. For me, it's a pass, but I definitely trust you. Obviously, your record speaks for itself. All right, value play number 3, Doug Upstone. What do you have for us?
Number 3, we got a little change up here for you, Peter. I have Minnesota on the money line over Detroit. Now, after 9 games this season, the Lions were 6-3, and with both Chicago and Detroit missing their starting quarterbacks and their defenses failing, this was the perfect opportunity for Detroit to win the division, and it was theirs to take, and they didn't. So I think this is the end of the Jim Schwartz era as head coach. It might be coming to an end because of this undisciplined team. With another season down the tubes, and with Minnesota 18-3 straight up hosting the Lions, I believe the money line NFL odds are the magical play here on the Vikings over a disinterested Detroit team.
All right, well, if you're going to quote one-loss records in these videos, you have to take spreads. You can't just take a money line and then throw that in as a win and say, you know what I mean?
Okay, otherwise, I will take Minnesota then against the spread.
-3. All right, well, hey, listen, the good news is that I previewed that game with Scott Kellum from 6centsports.com, very, very sharp guy. He agreed with you. He likes Minnesota -3, gave great reasons for it. Doug Upstone, if you go 3-0 again this week, I'll eat my hat. I'll eat my hat.
You have a hat?
I'll find a hat and I'll eat it, okay? very
perfect.
Seriously, very impressive record. And,
Thank you.
to me, it looks like you're going to have another winning week. All right, let's move on to games to avoid.